Hi, welcome to 4.3 on function operations. We've got mostly the same vocabulary terms that we've had in the previous lessons for Unit 4, so nothing too new, just want to revisit them for a moment. Today, what we're going to do is see some things we can do with functions and why they kind of come in handy when we want to do some things. We can actually add, subtract, multiply, and divide by numbers and by other functions to create new functions. So we're going to see some simple examples of that today. We're going to evaluate the following expressions given the functions below. So I've got all of these functions. I've got 3 of them, and I'm going to highlight just to kind of color code them to make them a little bit easier to follow as I'm doing these problems. So notice I have 4 different functions, and they each have a different name. The first one is called function g, and it's 3x plus 1, and I've made it orange so that we can follow it through the problems. F of x is red, and it's x squared plus 7. H of x is 12 over x, or divided by x. J of x is 2x plus 9. So whenever you see those letters there, you are going to find the corresponding function. So these first 3 examples are really just a review of what we've seen before. For our first example right here, we've got g of 10. So that means I'm going to use my function g, or my expression 3x plus 1. So since it says g of 10, what that means is we're going to let our x equal 10. So I replace the x in the expression from g of x with the 10, add 1, so that's 3 times 10 is 30 plus 1. This is going to equal 31. So really with this exercise, I'm just asking you to match up the functions with the replacement value. For example, B, we've got f of 3. So I'm going to find my f function, which is right here. And we're going to replace any x's with that 3. The 3, and there's a squared there, so I'm going to put the squared on the outside of the parentheses here, plus 7. 3 squared is 9 plus 7, and that's going to equal 16. So f of 3 in this case would be 16. For example C, we have h of negative 2, so I'm going to use my h function up here and replace this x with the negative 2. I'm going to give you a moment to try that on your own, and let's see what answer you get. Hopefully you set it up as 12 divided by negative 2, which of course is going to be negative 6. For the next 3 examples, you're going to see that I've got operations, and that was the title of this lesson. I've got operations between the functions, or between a number and a function. So we're really going to just substitute any given value and then do the operation. So let's take a look at what that looks like. For this first one, we've got j of x, which is this one function we haven't quite used yet. So we're going to replace that j of x with a 2x plus 9. It's really substitution. Right, so I've got 2x plus 9 and then the plus in between. And then we're going to take the g of x next and replace it right here. Now, this is where sometimes students get confused. Notice there's no equal sign here, so we're not trying to solve. So don't add the opposite. We're just going to combine any x's and any constants. This is just simplification, not solving. So I'm going to get the 2x plus the 3x, which is 5x, and then 9 plus 1, which is positive plus 10. For example, E, it says that it's 5 times g of x. So this is, once again, just a substitution problem. We're going to take that g of x, and we're going to replace it with 3x plus 1. I do want to make sure to use parentheses here because I am going to need to distribute that 5. So 5 times 3x is 15x, and 5 times 1 is 5, so 15x plus 5 is my final answer. I want you to give F a shot on your own, and then let's see how you did. For this one, you should have replaced the f of x with x squared plus 7, and then you can see that the 7 minus 8 are like terms. We will end up with x squared minus 1. For the last two examples, same process, but this time we do have an equal sign. So notice this one says we want to find the value of x when it equals 16. So we are going to actually solve an equation in these, whereas these we were just combining expressions or values. Here we actually do have an equal sign, so we will be solving. It's the same process. I'm going to replace that g of x with its value. So I get 3x plus 1 is going to equal that 16. And then I solve just like I've used my other rules in the past. I'm going to subtract that 1 from both sides. I get 3x equals 15. And so finally x equals 5. I divided the 3 from both sides there. But let's talk about what that means. If x equals 5, then what that means is that g of 5 should equal 16. And you can check and see that if I substituted 5 in here, I'd get 3 times 5 is 15 plus 1 does indeed equal 16. So be careful with these problems. All right, so this would equal 16. Be careful with those problems. Often the mistake students will make is they'll substitute the 16 for the x, and they'll get a number that's just way too large. That's not what this means. For this final problem, it's the same kind of example. We're going to replace the h of x with its function up here with its function rule 12 divided by x. It's been a while since we've seen this rule, but hopefully remember there's that rule that says I can switch that -2 and the x. There's some other steps going on there, but this is the shortcut. So I can just switch these around. So 12 divided by -2 equals x, and so my x equals -6. And we can check and see that if I substituted that back in here, 12 divided by -6 does indeed give me -2.